Morning, ZERT Nation. Hope you're having an awesome Friday. It's XP001 here. In the week strong. I want to cover a subject that a lot of guys are kind of confused about, and a lot of guys are super motivated about, is why the ZERT action figure. Well, there's a long story behind it, actually. So the two action figures right now are based off of our top tier units within the organization, based off the ZERT comic book series, which is the Juggernaut J777, SDS-13, and Kraken 666. Growing up as a kid, I was able to play with my cousins, 12-inch, GI Joes from the 70s, which I really enjoyed. And also, collecting comic books, Punisher comic books the first series, which I am proud to say I have the first run of 30 of Punisher War Journal, and all the original series that I bought riding my bike to the Howard's Mini Market on the corner, picking it up. So, nerd at heart. The funny thing is where it came to is I was living in London working for a private military contractor, and I used to frequent this pub called the Brickies, the Bricklayers. And there was an old guy sitting in the corner. The first time I walk in there was a cute little bartender. She's like, come in. Oh, you must be a Yank. Where are you from? Las Vegas, blah, blah, blah. So I was talking with her, and she's like, well, you get to hang with our local celebrity. And the guy introduced himself as Steve Dillon. Steve Dillon is the famous comic book artist who actually did a run of the Punisher comic book series. He currently works for DC right now. But, I was beside myself, because growing up reading the comics and then having Steve Dillon, who actually was an artist at that time, doing Frank Castle, it was just totally awesome. Over 6 months, we became really good friends when I was back working at the office. So I'd go there every opportunity I had to go have a beer, hang and drink with him. Long story short, he was just like, would you like about he asked me, what'd you like about my artwork and what you did not? At the time I said, hey, I really like the Punisher Armory series because the guns was super detailed, but I didn't see that in his artwork. There was inconsistency of, the Punisher's, armory. And he's like, hey man, you gotta understand back then that there was no internet, there was nothing. I had to get Jane's World Defense Weeklies and look at guns and basically just draw off of that. So at that time, when I was over there, I had a small collection of 21st century and Hot Toys 1/6 scale action figures. The Hot Toys were the higher end ones. They're like, $200. So I had them sitting there. So I was home for Christmas. So basically what I did for Christmas gift, I took all the 1/6 scale weapons with all accessories, put it in a little Pelican case and gave it to him for Christmas. So now he can sit there and draw and have 360 and be able to draw them 100% correct. Years later, basically when I started the comic book series, I really wanted Monty the artist to really get down the detail of the weapons and the guns and gear. And I basically thought about, Steve, so I went on Black Ops Toys, and kit bashed a ZERT operator with all the guns and kit, gas mask, put it together and sent it to Monty so he would have a 360, a replica of the ZERT operators and Death Ridge and all that stuff, so he can get everything correct. Well, basically Brian called from Black Ops. He's like, hey man, we're really interested in making an action figure. That wrapped up really quickly. I wanted to make it Jameson Youngblood Death Ridge based off the comic book series. Next thing you know, we're on a plane to Shenzhen, China, meeting with the factories and going on the process.
ZERT is what you make it. Your drive and dedication to improving your skills and helping to build a community of like-minded individuals in your area is up to you. ZERT Community Network and Training is an opportunity. Take it as far as you desire, and remember that you reap what you sow. In life, nothing that has high value comes easily. You have to want it, and you have to have the drive to make it happen. So get involved. Most importantly, always train to help better yourself so you can protect the ones you love. ZERT is not just an organization. It's a lifestyle. ZERTNation.com